almost done now. Running shoes, that's an interesting one we haven't seen on taxes before. And that number seems a little high. I should probably give him a call. And today we're talking about why the Brooks Adrenaline is the worst. Just 1 second. Hello? Hey Brendon, yeah, it's just your accountant calling. Just curious about a couple of receipts you gave me. They're for running shoes and the number is insanely high.
Yeah, no, that's right.
So can you kind of explain what's going on here?
I review shoes on YouTube and I talk all things about running.
How could you spend that much on running shoes?
Yeah, no, it's definitely about that amount.
Okay, so
yeah, so I'll do a detailed breakdown of all the shoes I bought, how much I've spent, and then we can just have a good laugh about it, all right?
All right, give me a call back when you're done.
So starting off with Saucony. Now, Saucony, I've bought 5 shoes from them this year. Now let's start off with the easy day option, the Triumph 18. And I've also purchased the Triumph 17. I'm gonna give you Canadian dollars for the prices, so bear that in mind. If you're listening, I am Canadian, so we're using Canadian dollars. Both $195, so put that on the tally. Next up, the Ride 13, the daily trainer option, comes in at $165. Add that to the tally. God, it's already getting up there. Next up is the Endorphin Speed. The Endorphin Speed retails for 200 Canadian dollars, and what an absolute steal. What a beauty of a shoe. Next up is the carbon fiber plated racing option, the Endorphin Pro. The Endorphin Pro, 250 bucks. Sure, I'll spend that, but you know what, guys? The Endorphin Speed, for me anyway, is a much better value. So, what's our total for Saucony? Someone please just give me the bad news. $1,005 for Saucony in the year of 2020 so far. Let's go to the next one. Let's go. Just get me on to the next one. Next up, we're going with Nike. And the only shoe that I bought from Nike, or Nike, whatever you want to call them, is the Next Percent. And as I'm filming this video, I'm getting some pretty dirty looks from my girlfriend. So please hit the like button so I can at least justify the purchases. So the Next Percent comes in at $330, but I did get it on sale, but we're gonna do an MSRP. So 330 Canadian dollars, add that to the total. Moving on to Brooks. Starting off with the Brooks Adrenaline GTS 21, and actually my most regretted purchase of 2020. Not liking this shoe at all. But this comes in at $169, something I think it is. Not too bad, but not a shoe for me. If you're a true stability shoe wearer, definitely check it out, but for me, I don't like it so far. Next up is the carbon fiber plated racing option, the Hyperion Elite number 2. And this is actually the most expensive shoe I have in my collection because I got the Next Percent on sale. The Hyperion Elite number 2 comes in at 300 Canadian dollars. So guys, add 170 and 300 to the total. $470 at Brooks. Oh God, I need to make better financial choices. Next up is Adidas, and Adidas is a company that I've been sleeping on, so I only bought 1 shoe from them this year. Even though I know that they've been coming up with some great options, just hasn't really worked out into my rotation. So the Adidas SL20 is the only shoe that I bought from Adidas this year, and this was a steal and a half. I got it for 83 Canadian dollars. It MSRPs for like 170 or 160. But if you're a shoe geek, you know that the SL20 is constantly on sale, and if you bought it at MSRP, then you're kind of making a bad life choice. Although, who am I to talk? Look at this video I'm making. Just wait till you see the total. Next up is the Atreyu, and if you haven't heard about Atreyu, they're a relatively new shoe company. I think they started in either 2019 or 2018, and they have a subscription model for their shoes. So I got this shoe for $55 US. It came out to be 80 Canadian dollars, so that's the price we're gonna use for the total. So I only bought this shoe. They do have a carbon fiber plated racing shoe, but I don't think that's released just yet. Maybe in 2021. I don't know if I'll get it because this shoe is it didn't wow me so much, so I did cancel my subscription, but who knows, maybe I'll get them another try, but add $80 to the total. And the next company is Asics, but I actually don't have my Asics shoe here. It's lost in the realm between the post office and the house. You know that state of delivery when it says delivery delayed, unknown delivery date. You will be updated when you have an expected delivery date. The Asics Gel Nimbus Lite 2 are stuck within that realm, and I'm thinking about you each and every day, babe. I really hope that you come home soon. I can't wait to feel your warm embrace. Next up is the Salomon Supercross. Now, I actually haven't run in this shoe, believe it or not, just because I haven't really gone on really aggressive trails, and just like look at this lug pattern. It's not really meant for road running, that's for sure. It would be a little stiff. So this shoe anyway, I got for 80 Canadian dollars. MSRP's for like 140 or something. So we'll throw 140 on the board because I don't think that it's constantly discounted. And our final stop on the shoe countdown of 2020 is Hoka. Hoka actually, this is the first year I've run in their shoes, and I'm just loving each one of them that I try. Starting off with the Rincon #1. I got this shoe for 145 Canadian dollars. It's got a pretty good amount of use. I like it a lot. Now, moving on to the easier day option, the Clifton 7. The Clifton 7, if it wasn't for the Endorphin Speed, I'm gonna be honest that this would likely be my shoe of the year. And it actually still is a toss-up between them. I'm trying to get that video together, and I just love running in this shoe. And you know what? It's not a fast shoe, but it does the job. I really, really enjoy it. But anyway, that's not what this video is about. This shoe came in at 170 Canadian dollars. Now, Hoka's carbon fiber plated racing option, the Rocket X, comes in at 225 Canadian dollars, and it might actually be the most affordable carbon fiber plated racing option on the market. It's definitely not in the same category as the Next Percent and the Endorphin Speed and Endorphin Pro, but it's just a very smooth shoe and it feels fantastic underfoot, but there are some better options. But anyway, 225 Canadian dollars. Throw that on the tally. Overall for Hoka, we've spent, let me check the scoreboard. We spent 539 Canadian dollars to Hoka. You're welcome. You're welcome for my cold, hard-earned Canadian dollars. This was a very painful video to go through, to make, to write down exactly how much I've spent. I knew that I've spent a lot, but I didn't quite realize the extent of my running shoe purchases. But that's fine, because we are a running YouTube channel, and we gotta do this for the people, so that when they go out and buy their shoes, they're informed. That's the cost of doing business. Yes, I do buy all my shoes myself, I promise. So overall, we spent $2,823 Canadian before tax. And after tax, well, I live in Nova Scotia, one of the highest HST or GST, whatever you want to call it, in the country. So that brings us to 15% higher than that, which is $3,246. How am I going to tell my accountant this? Hopefully he can do some tax magic. So I got to give him a call and give the bad news. Hello? Hey, Brendon. Yeah, did you get that broken down? You spent how much? That's an actual accurate number. We got to get you set up with a financial advisor. You're insane. Just don't call me back until you figure out your spending.